You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Friday the 7th of November. This is meteorologist James Spann. Got the chance of a few scattered showers and storms tonight. In fact, some rain in progress now over parts of east and southeast Alabama. Let's go right to the radar. Nice to see a little action there in a state that needs rain. And for those that are watching live on the social platforms, we're live at 2:57, a little before 3 o'clock, but you can see at that point showers and a few thunderstorms passing through parts of southeast Alabama. Got some thunder and lightning in Barber County. Those storms will be approaching Eufaula shortly after 3 o'clock. Nothing severe, but the rain is heavy in spots. Rain falling in parts of Pike, Dale, Coffee counties in southeast Alabama. But clearly the heaviest rain on radar at mid-afternoon is what you see there in the western part of Barber County, Clayton down toward Louisville. And in the northern part of the state, it's pretty quiet. There's basically nothing happening north of Interstate 20, and that's the way the high-resolution models kind of suggested it would be. We've got one little shower in western Bibb County, but again, generally speaking, North Alabama totally dry. We'll go down to the southwestern part of the state. Got a few little spotty showers in parts of Mobile and Baldwin counties, but really not that many. The Gulf Coast is dry. Go back to the radar down at Fort Rucker, southeast Alabama. Got a few spotty showers in parts of Geneva, Houston, again, Coffee and Dale counties, but clearly the heavier thunderstorms in progress at mid-afternoon are in Barber County. Moving on to the east, and again, nothing severe. Remember, to be severe is very strict definition, 58-mile-per-hour winds or greater, or 1-inch diameter hail or larger. And there's nothing like that in these storms. But here's the upper air look, and again, we have a trough that's beginning to develop north and west of the state that will ultimately bring down the coldest air so far this season early next week. Visible satellite view. Again, kind of a mixture of clouds and sunshine across the state today. It's certainly not raining everywhere, and for some spots, the sun is out. And again, we'll check the radar composite, and you can see those showers and a few storms, mainly over southeast Alabama, generally east and south of Montgomery. And to the north, we note those showers and storms developing over northern Middle Tennessee, north of Interstate 40. And those showers and storms are along a front. And that band of storms will likely creep into the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama tonight. Temperatures this afternoon are in the 60s and 70s. We've got 60s over parts of East Alabama. A couple of spots hitting 80 down in southwest Alabama. For example, Monroeville and Chatham, both at 80, and that's where the sun is out. We'll check the watch warning map. We have freeze watches in effect for much of Oklahoma and Arkansas. And again, that cold air is going to drop south, and we will clearly have a big freeze here Tuesday morning. In fact, many spots could see a freeze Monday morning, but the coldest morning will be Tuesday. So in advance of front number one tonight, we've got a risk of severe storms defined here from Alabama into Tennessee and Kentucky. For Alabama, again, this is a very low-level, low-end, 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe storms. And again, we've got the batch over southeast Alabama. Those are behaving nicely. The second batch comes into the Tennessee Valley tonight. We'll be watching those, but again, we'll take a look at the severe weather parameters shortly. But the chance of severe storms is quite low. Tomorrow, no severe storms expected. In fact, I think most of the state will be dry this weekend. And on day 3, which is Sunday, a marginal risk of severe storms. Again, that's level 1 out of level 5 from North Florida up the South Atlantic coast to near Virginia Beach. Rain for the next 7 days, not much. I wish I could promise you more here, but again, we'll see some showers around tonight, maybe some thunder. But really, after tonight, the chance of rain just very, very low for the weekend and all of next week looking dry. Rain amounts for the next 7 days under 1/4 inch for most spots. And that's not good because we are in a drought. The southern 2/3 of the state. Now, the Tennessee Valley's doing fine. But central and south Alabama drought conditions persist. That's the drought monitor that was released yesterday. And the tropics are just quiet. Hopefully the next time we talk about tropical systems will be in the summer of 2026. So model fans, let's go. HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh. This is valid tonight at 9 o'clock. And we've got high school football playoff games tonight. And you can see potential for a few scattered showers again over southeast Alabama, and then that organized line of showers and storms coming down into the Tennessee Valley. In advance of the first front, the first of two fronts, the second one should pass through mostly in dry fashion early Sunday morning. So let's look at the severe weather parameters. This is the instability. Surface-based CAPE. CAPE is convective available potential energy tonight at 9 o'clock. And these are very modest values. The air just modestly unstable. Here's a look at the wind profiles. This is the SRH, the storm relative helicity, and they're certainly not overwhelming. The STP numbers not that meaningful. So the bottom line is there could be a storm tonight on the front over the Tennessee Valley with gusty winds, maybe some small hail. The chance of a tornado, it's very, very low. It's not technically zero, but it's very low. And those storms should weaken as they push south into the state tomorrow. So what about the weekend? This is the upper air look tomorrow, and you can see that trough evolving over the eastern half of the country. And most of the state should be dry tomorrow. Let's look at the high-resolution HRRR. This is valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. And could there be a shower? Yes, but you can see they are very isolated. You can count the number of showers on one hand if this model works out, and I think it will, which bodes well for the Alabama-LSU game in Tuscaloosa. Chance of a shower, very small. Temperature should be in the 60s for that ball game. And Auburn plays earlier in the day in Nashville. That should be dry there with low 70s at kickoff. But for Alabama, very mild, highs in the 70s tomorrow. Now, Sunday, the second front comes through early in the day. And the wind's going to pick up out of the north, and we're going to see temperatures all over the board. Sunday afternoon, we'll see mid-40s for Huntsville and the Shoals. Temperatures near 80 in South Alabama. But that cold air is going to roll south real quick, and everybody's going to feel it early next week. So this is Monday, blustery, cold, windy, a mix of sun and clouds. Again, the Tennessee Valley, you might stay in the 30s all day. And you factor in that north wind, it's going to feel colder. And yeah, we see the blue. That would represent the chance of some light snow or flurries. And again, we're going to mention a chance of snow flurries for the northeastern corner of the state on Monday. Madison, Jackson, Marshall, DeKalb, Cherokee counties. That's the best chance of seeing a few flurries. No impact, no accumulation, but everybody will be talking about it. They always do. The better chance of getting some snow down, the Great Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee, western North Carolina. Tuesday morning, clear sky, light wind. The bottom drops out. These are forecast lows Tuesday morning coming from the National Digital Forecast Database. And again, you can see 20s all the way down to Monroeville, Atmore. Freezing conditions at Dothan, mid-30s for Mobile and Baldwin counties, but even parts of Mobile and Baldwin counties could see a freeze. But this will clearly wrap up the growing season early Tuesday. And I do think some of the colder pockets could wind up in the upper teens in North Alabama. But the day Tuesday will be sunny. This is Wednesday, will be sunny. Highs go back in the 60s. Thursday will be close to 70. And a week from today, Friday the 14th of November, we've got a dry northwest flow aloft, and once again we're dry. So really after some chance of scattered storms tonight over Alabama, the weekend looking mostly dry, all of next week looking dry. Let's go out 10 days. Monday the 17th of November, same thing, northwest flow aloft, and the same thing, we're still dry. So what about the next 15 days? The green line is the mean. This is what you're looking for here, and it's coming up a little bit. It's right at 2 inches between now and the 22nd of November, and we're seeing some hope we might see a decent rain event about 10 to 15 days out from now. But here comes our roller coaster ride, 75 tomorrow. Now, Sunday, the number here says 61, but remember, Tennessee Valley with 40s, South Alabama could be close to 80. But Monday, everybody goes in the cold air. In Huntsville, the Shoals, you might stay in the 30s all day, 40s for the northern and central counties, low 50s in South Alabama, and a big, big freeze on Tuesday morning with lows well down in the 20s. But then we bounce back with low 70s by the end of next week and that following weekend. And just in, latest long-range guidance, November 15th through the 21st. Look at all the red on that map. So our little cold snap next week will not last long. If this verifies, temperatures will be above average during that time frame. Let's roll some Children's of Alabama Kid Cam. Love it. I love a big crowd on a Friday. Third grade, first grade, Meadowview Elementary School in Alabaster in the lunchroom. Gets no better than that. We had a marvelous session today talking about the science of meteorology. And, ooh, man, what a cake. That's outstanding. Incredible. Wow. I don't know how they do that. This is art right here. But we did some storm spotting, talked about hurricanes, tornadoes, thunderstorms, and much more. So again, to all these amazing students and teachers at Meadowview Elementary, thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. You know, you guys are looking good. So we'll check the radar one more time. We're live here at 3:08. Some of you are watching later on the Alabama Weather Network. And by the way, if you don't have it, get that app on your TV, on your phone, your tablet. So trust me, before you know it, we'll have some really active weather, and you'll be glad you have that app so you can watch our coverage statewide. But we got showers and thunderstorms over southeast Alabama. Some of the heavy rain falling right over central Barber County. That'll be coming into Eufaula soon. And again, there's a little thunder and lightning here, but the air is relatively stable. We just don't see any severe weather issues for that part of the state. And again, in fact, let's go to the Nashville radar. This is what we'll be watching coming into Alabama tonight. You can see thunderstorms. In fact, there's one severe thunderstorm warning polygon that has been issued for areas west of Nashville. This is in effect for parts of Dixon, Houston, and Humphreys counties in Middle Tennessee until 3:45. And again, that is along this surface front. And those will be sagging south into the Tennessee Valley later tonight. And we'll be watching those. They should be weakening as they drift into Alabama. It's going to be after dark. The air should be increasingly stable. But there could be a few storms over the Tennessee Valley tonight with gusty winds, maybe some small hail, so keep that in mind. But again, after these storms pass, the weekend is looking pretty much rain-free with showers very, very, very widely spaced tomorrow. So that's it for the briefing this afternoon. We do not have a book signing tomorrow. We thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can catch me on ABC 3340 News this evening and on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous weekend, and God bless.